What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Horror Show. I'm Joe Diablo, as you know, and before we get started, be sure to slash that subscribe button, ring Hell's Bell, and be sure to leave a killer comment down below. Now, today's special guest I got with me is Mr. Robert Mukes. So welcome to the show, Robert, man. Glad to have you. Yeah. Now, Robert's also well known for guest starring in TV shows and also Weeds.
Weeds. That was a funny show.
Yeah.
Funny show.
I used to keep up with it when it first came out, but also well known as Rufus in House of a Thousand Corpses. Firefly, right?
Yeah. Happy holidays to you guys, man. Pleasure being here.
Definitely. I hope everyone has a awesome Christmas and whatnot. So how's it going, man, for you this weekend?
It's going well, man. I've been to Texas a few times. Frightener last spring, and other shows as well, and I really enjoy the environment here. People are super friendly, and actually I've had a few friends move from LA, and one guy's an engineer at Union Pacific, and another guy opened up a shop, so they've done really well for themselves. And Texas is almost like a country, man. It's so big. I've got a show this spring in El Paso Comic-Con, so I looked it up on the map, and I was going to invite somebody from this region to come over, and I'm like, 10 and a half hours, and you're in the same state?
Yeah.
I guess we have that in California. If you go from south to San Diego to San Francisco, that's probably like an 8-hour drive. And it's been beautiful. You guys are super cool and chill, and I can tell that if I was in this region, I could see us having a beer together and
definitely
firing up the motorcycle or something.
Now, this is your first time to Conroe?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. And you've done, like you said, that last Fright Fest or whatever. Was that correct? Was it in Houston?
Texas Frightmare. That's right outside. Well, it's actually right next to the Dallas airport.
Oh, okay.
But they've changed that. Now it's going to be at the convention center. The show has grown so much. There's like 40,000 fans that go to that. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so they're having another one in August over here at the Marriott in Houston. So I'm sure you've been out to Houston before?
I have not. I haven't done that show yet. My manager, Howie, is going to work on those guys, and we'll see if we can set up a good deal.
Yeah, that. I haven't worked that one yet. I plan on doing that one this next year in August is when they have it. I forget the name of it. I think it's Fright Fest or something.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I thought it was Houston Film Festival.
No, that's right. Yeah. That's what it is. I get mixed up with some of them. Yeah. There's a lot of them going on nowadays, man.
The convention culture has just grown in our nation so much. I was just talking to a guy that's been doing conventions since the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying that women didn't go to conventions very often. Like, and now, like, even as customers.
Yeah.
And nowadays, they're kind of
They're there. They're
getting souvenirs or various things
from Comic-Con. From Comic-Con, they're really big on that. The whole dress-up stuff, and especially, I've been doing tattoo conventions for years, and I work them every year. But mainly it's a lot of women that go.
Yeah. Well, body art is super popular nowadays too. They're getting the ink on them.
Yeah. Do you have any tattoos?
I do actually.
Oh, yeah.
I've got my daughter's name and my home state where the Gangster Vibe was at, and then I have a cross with some blood dripping off of it under my sock line.
Oh, okay.
So for acting, do you have any tattoos? No, not at all. If you guys want to add some, you're cool. All right. And then if I have to show my feet or whatever, which is rare, but you got some there. We can cover that up. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So how long you been doing acting anyway?
I've been acting for close to 30 years. It's been good, man.
Yeah, and from what I saw, you actually used to play basketball and wrestle.
I did basketball in Europe for high school and college, and 5 years in Europe, and then with basketball being my vessel, I kind of faded over into basketball commercials, and so that was an easy fit, and then it kind of got me excited about acting and seeing movies and Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll be back, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I was lifting weights during the end of my basketball career, and I thought, shit, I'm gonna grow my hair long and be some big bad SOB on television.
Right.
So that's kind of how it began for me.
Yeah.
With acting and transitioning from basketball into acting, and then there was wrestling for a small moment. Like for a year, I trained with that, but I was getting injured a little bit.
Yeah.
My body wasn't made to be thrown around on the ground, so I could
Right.
use my spinal cord. And then we had I broke my thumb. So after my thumb healed, I sprained my spinal cord, and I thought that was it for me. Like I can't just keep throwing my body around. That was in my mid-30s already at that point.
Yeah.
So,
And
yeah, so I unplugged the deal on that, and I focused on acting.
right on. I know a lot of people say wrestling's fake, and it's like, no, not on your body, man. Like,
it's more of stage fighting.
yeah.
Yeah, it's scripted, but you react to a punch, and you try to you throw it off to the side a little bit, and all that, but still, like when you throw your body on the ground, you're throwing your body on the ground.
Yeah.
And if that guy misjudges the swing or whatever, you get banged up a little bit.
This is true. I mean, we've seen it on, television. I've seen it. I used to watch wrestling, WWF and whatnot. But
Stevie Ray, we were doing a benefit, and Stevie Ray said, if y'all throw some money up here on stage, I'm going to pick up Chris Harding and I'm going to body slam him right here on stage.
Right.
Chris was like, oh, for the benefit, I'll do it, thinking it was just going to be like a wrestling fake move. No, he picked him up and slammed him. The whole stage vibrated.
So it didn't feel good.
No, it didn't feel
like
good. No, it was not a massage. He definitely, for days, he was feeling every bit of it. So, yeah, it's definitely my grandfather was a sports writer, and he told me years and years ago, and he told me, he said, we used to get what was going to happen in the wrestling match the day before, so I could go ahead and have the article wrote.
Right. Wow.
And I was like, okay, so that feeds into the whole it's not real. But then when you talk to guys who actually do it, Stevie Ray and them's good friends of ours, and he's in the Hall of Fame for wrestling, and he told me, he said, hey man, let me tell you something. He said, that blood and stuff you see, that's not fake.
Right.
He said, yeah, we know what's going to happen. He said, but when someone picks you up on the top rope and they throw you, you still have to hit that ground.
Exactly.
So
it's just stage fighting, and
yeah.
even in movies, etc., people get injured.
Oh yes,
stage
yes.
fighting. Steven Seagal, when he was hot in the 90s, late 80s, 90s, and a little bit in the early 2000s, he was banging up his guys.
Cock puncher.
I don't think you have the ball.
Oh yeah.
He was a tough dude to work with, and it's some of those guys are getting broken bones, broken jaws, etc. So yeah, it's a tough business.
Oh, that they do. Well, I mean, who was it?
Some guys are stiffer than others.
What was it? One of the Hart brothers, Kevin Hart, or one of them that they were bringing in on a rope or something. And he fell all the way down, and ended up dying in the ring.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely, it's not an easy. I mean, you got to be physically fit anyway to wrestle. I mean, them guys, that's a lot of work.
Yeah,
that is a lot of work.
Travel too, so being in shape while you travel.
Yeah.
For example, myself, I thought I was going to work out on this trip, and you travel and you're exhausted.
Eating junk everywhere because you're not at home where you can cook.
I freeze vegetables.
Oh yeah.
Thaw them out and throw some nuts and seeds on it.
Hey, yeah.
So I try, as I'm maturing, I try to gravitate towards the
yes.
Yeah, man.
I gotta say, man, it was awesome to see you actually in House of a Thousand Corpses. It wasn't a whole. I feel like you should have got more action in that movie than what you did get. I
gotta say, man, that acting is tough business. Like there's that, the visual, but then there's the preparation and the studying of the art of acting, pretending to do something that's not your story and it's not true.
Right.
You have to make it true. So that was early on in my acting career, and that was probably all I needed to do, especially with the talent that I was surrounded around. I mean, Karen Black, Mosley, Sid Haig, and the actors just kept rolling through. Us actors that weren't established as some of the others, a lot of them kept going, like the sheriff guy, the goofy sheriff guy. He's a freaking television rock star. He's got his own series now.
Yeah.
Tom Powell, is that his last name? Perry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. That dude was amazing. And that's an amazing movie. Michael Rourke is in that, and it was super good. So, Rob Zombie, he put together an amazing cast for that movie.
Yeah, that was his first movie.
Hang out and have a couple lines, man. I didn't need much more than that at that point in my career.
I mean, it's still that's an awesome feeling to be a part of something like that with that guy. I remember the first time I did a Rob Zombie portrait tattoo. He posted that, and I was like blown away, because I grew up being a fan of his, for a long time. But
you don't have to be so blown away because your artwork was probably good, and that's why he posted it. But it's like a constant advertisement too.
Yeah.
And if you put a tattoo of somebody or whatever, and other people see it, then they're reminded of whatever that person chose with their body art.
Yeah.
So he appreciates that as well.
Yeah.
It helps keep the movie alive. And there's been some amazing Kathy Spaulding, Bill Mosley, baby tattoos. I'm so flattered. I finally got one. 10 years of the popularity of tattooing has grown. Someone finally did a Rufus Jr. character on the body. So I was like, wow, that's cool.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll find somebody that wants a Rufus tattoo, and I'll send it to you. I do a lot of portraits of people all the time. Like I just had one he did for Lindsay Scissorhands. She's the singer for Infected Rain in Europe and whatnot. She's pretty big, but yeah, she signed it and everything like that. So, but yeah, not to keep you here too long. I know you got stuff to do, but I do appreciate you coming on the show, man. Definitely.
And thanks for being a part of the Horror Society.
Yes, sir. And I hope to see you in Houston maybe next year.
Well, my guy's trying to work that out. It's not there, somewhere else. Like this society, like I'm very fortunate to be in a coach last year. Like I said earlier, like it's just growing. It's getting more popular. It's pulsating. People wanting souvenirs and taking photos with the actors of some of their favorite movies, and so I'm just delighted to be a part of that society.
When I first saw you yesterday, you come walking by, and I'm like, wait a minute, he looks very... And then when we realized, hey, look, that is him. Yes, that is him.
Just a little bit older.
So it's great. It's great. Places like this is great to keep all these going and reminding, and the newer generations, their parents are bringing them here. And then they're like, oh, here, we're showing the younger generation movies that we grew up on and that we lived. And it's beautiful seeing the younger generations are now starting to watch the older movies and see what we were.
About the younger generation, brother, I've got a funny story to share with you guys. Like, I've been signing since the 10-year reunion 9 years ago. And like 5 years ago, there was a celebrity, I forgot which one, and it's happened a few times since then, that was in trouble for dating a younger woman. Like, I forgot what guy got in trouble for it. There's been quite a few, and some are in trouble more than others, right? There's the R. Kelly guy. He's done,
he's done.
So, but there was another rock star that does. He was a little bit older, but he still got in trouble, and it seems like he bounced back. I forgot which one. I don't want to throw anyone. But R. Kelly.
R. Kelly, he's under there.
But anyway, bro. So this girl comes up to me. She was younger lady, a young lady, and I discovered she was 16. She comes up to the table and shaking a little bit, and super beautiful, very attractive young lady, prom queen status.
Yes.
And then her father walks up beside her and puts his arm around her and he goes, "This is my daughter and you're her 16th birthday present." I thought, shit. So that went through my mind a little bit. I was like, God dang. I said, am I going to be allowed to sign her an autograph for her? Because
yeah,
you get jammed like you. The movie's rated R. I don't want to be a part of the influence. I just go for it. Anyways, I've done it several times since, and a lot of young kids, a lot of boys were like probably 10, 12-year-old boys wanting a photo and everything. But one time, my youngest was a 10-year-old girl in Alabama.
Yeah,
10 years old.
10 years old.
Wanted a photo and a picture with me. I'm like, wow, you're watching that already?
Yeah.
Jeez, nice.
This time, hey,
yeah, right.
Are you even like this?
Right. Yeah. What's going on with you? I'm sure he's still a good kid, though. You can forgive him.
That's why, because you like it.
Yeah.
Your kid's never gonna like what you like until they get older.
You got to start them off with Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Like that.
Sorry, we gotta get going. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. I started off playing baseball and sports, and my dad got me into horror movies and sci-fi horror whenever I was a kid, and it just went from there, and played music and all that stuff. But anyways, not to keep it any longer, Mr. Robert, I appreciate
you guys, man.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on the show, man.
What's up, everybody? Joe Diablo here from The Horror Show. Thanks for checking out my YouTube channel. Be sure to keep an eye out for my latest upcoming videos, where I'll be interviewing the latest upcoming local Houston artists and be discussing tattoos and upcoming horror films. Be sure to slap that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give this video a like. And be sure to leave a comment below and support your local music or die.